What's going on, guys? It's HBG here, and today we have a lot to cover because over the weekend we were on Marketplace. We found a whole bunch of deals. As you can see, we do have a new plow on the front of the truck. We have a plow next to that blown motor skid steer, which I'm going to tell you guys the story about that. And we also have our tractor up here, and we have a new trailer. So here's what happened. So it's been about a month since our previous episode, and we've been doing a bunch of, landscaping and stuff, and it's winter season. As you can see, it's snowing. So I was on Marketplace, and I seen that this blown motor skid steer had 850 hours. They wanted 3 grand. I said, done deal, because I want to see if the shop that we're going to bring the tractor to can also fix the skid steer. Now, not only did we grab a secondary plow from the same guy that had the skid steer, he also got us a snowblower attachment for our skid steer. So winter is going to be a breeze, and I can't wait because it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy money. Now, our tractor needs to get looked over because, like you said last time, the hoses, they weren't really working too well. I didn't appreciate how it was working. But our new trailer, now we ended up trading in our old trailer plus $5,000 plus $5,500 to get this gooseneck. Now I think this gooseneck will be way better for us because we can, as you can see, we can put, if we have to do work for the excavator and the skid steer work, we can do those both by transporting both at the same time. And also the shop, remember in the last episode there was a, I think it's a 12 valve first gen dump body that was up there, needed a motor. So I was talking with him. I said, hey, I'll buy it for 2 grand without the motor. And he said, hey, I'll sell it to you 1300. I wish 1300 bucks. 3300 bucks with motor put in. So we're gonna go up there, we're gonna go grab that, and we're gonna drop off all our stuff to see what he can do and give us a price for everything. We're just now getting to the dealership, and we have to run through everything they have here so you can get a great idea of what we want to do. So in this shop, I think this is just how they have it set it up, but this may be like your Duramax shop because I don't know, they only have Chevys in here, and this was the LML I was talking about. Now this is a really super clean example of an old GMT 400 with the fuel bed, has the goose, oh my god, has a 5th wheel, not even a gooseneck, has a 5th wheel and a gooseneck attachment. That's kind of nice. Interior's looking really minty. But let's slide over to, I call it the Power Stroke Cummins factory, or the Fummins. That's what I call it because it's, you got the 24 valve 3rd gen, then you have I think these are what called side bodies or step sides, whatever, I don't know, step sides, and then you have your 2 OBSs in the back. Now although this is a really clean example of a 3rd gen, he wants too much. He wanted 12.5 for it. We only had 18 grand, and we're just starting out, so we're trying to build for our contracts with the rec league because I can't justify buying that, but I can definitely justify buying this beautiful truck right here. I did put the motor in it, and it's a dump body, which may work for us because I can tow, let's say, the skid steer with this, and I don't even need to bring the Diamond C out, so it can be just one truck with this dump truck. This is not even in our tax bracket. Now this frame off truck can get a dump truck body put onto it, but from word from them, this does not handle the greatest. They have to do a whole bunch of suspension work. It's really sloppy. This LML is, I thought it was a L5P or LP5, but no, it's a LML. I don't know why, but it's a clean truck. Another 3rd gen here, non-dually. That's kind of, I'm a dually kind of guy. I don't really want a non-dually truck. And these are their beautiful shop trucks. Now, they don't discriminate, as you can see. They have all the 3 brands because they're towing trailers like this and picking up trucks and everything. But now, because the snow season is coming, we were talking, and he doesn't have a plow truck here. I have a plow still on my trailer. I offered him the plow, and he was like, hey, how about you plow it for me, because he doesn't have a plow truck hookup. So I said, okay, that's perfectly fine. How do you want to do payment? Now we're supposed to be getting anywhere from 42 to 90 inches of snow. I know that's a lot. And he told me, hey, I much rather give you that truck and trailer back there to do the work rather than you keep coming back and me paying you. So we're going to discuss. We came to an agreement and I accepted the trailer. Now let's get on with our day for what we came here for. He said he would like to take a look at the tractor and see what it's worth. So we're going to pull it under here because they have no space for me right now, and they can almost smack their thing, and they can put a motor into the skid steer, which is going to be perfect. I'm going to see if I can cut a deal with you just take the tractor, because this tractor has done us really well, but we're kind of moving on a different direction right now. Maybe later on down the line I buy another tractor when we get some more land, but let's see if their forklift, he said their forklift may be strong enough to grab the skid steer. I don't know. If not, we're gonna have to call the guy with it's electric. Okay, it's not strong enough. We'll just go get the chains and we'll pull it off. Well, this forklift was stronger than I expected. It actually yanked it off pretty good. So we're just gonna leave this all right here, because I'm gonna leave the chain all hooked up for him so he can pull it back here, because he's not gonna do any work inside there considering he has no space. Now, during our conversation, the plow was brought up again, and I asked him this time, hey, do you know a potential buyer or anything? He may have a guy that can come grab this plow from us. Now, I was all in for the plow. It was included with the deal with the skid steer, but I couldn't take that plow, the skid steer, and that attachment, so I gave him $1,000 for on top of that for the plow. So he has a guy that's willing to come pay anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 for it. So I'm happy, but let's go back and talk to the man to get a game plan for our skid steer, our tractor. Now we're about to go load up our $3,300 first gen dump truck onto the trailer, bring that home, then come back and discuss with him about the game plan, because it's a lot we got going on. It's a little confusing right now, but I'm gonna put it on paper when it's all said and done so you guys can see it and follow it pretty easily. I honestly think this was our better deal because it eliminates like two needs, because I would still, even if I didn't buy, let's say I brought the LML in there, I would still need the Diamond C trailer. Now we don't technically need the Diamond C trailer, but we're still gonna keep it just for like little odd jobs and things of that nature, or if we need, you know, to pull the dump truck with the Diamond C with maybe both pieces of equipment inside. Okay, we gave him his money. Now, what made up that $7,000 you ask? $3,300 for the truck, $1,850 for the motor plus install for the skid steer, and $1,800 to diagnose, look in, replace hoses, fluids, or whatever needs to be on the tractor. Okay, so we paid him his $7,000. We just helped him get this skid steer in here. Now, the skid steer motor is gonna run us about $1,800. As you guys can see, he knows his stuff. So let's go drop this off, and then we're gonna walk back because we kind of got a crazy deal, but it's not what you think. So now as we're making it back to the house, I have a marketplace buyer coming for this plow on the back of the truck. That's gonna run us another $2,000 for the plow, and we're gonna head back over to the dealer slash shop because we worked out some crazy deal which I think has amazing upside for us, because it's another, we're not gonna spoil it, but let's head back over there, sell this plow. Now, I remember earlier in the episode, I told you guys about the snow thrower that we got. Now, I never tested it. I never even seen if our skid steer could even work it. So let's, oh my god, I almost just broke the teeth off the bucket. But we're gonna basically run through the gears, see how it runs, and make sure it works before the snow hits, because that'd suck if it didn't work. Now, as you guys can see, this acts as a snowblower, which is going to be perfect for us because we have a whole bunch of clients that we've built up through the months we've been here that are going to need their driveways plowed out, which this is going to make it so much easier. But let's go back to the dealership and tell you guys about the deal that me and the owner cut. So we just arrived to the shop and I'm going to tell you guys about the deal we cut. So as you can see earlier, I was telling you how great a deal this GMT 400 was. Well, I didn't pop the hood because the motor is right here. And not only the motor is right here, the transmission's on the other shop. So this is just a roller, which to me is still a great deal because he has the motor that has to go back into the truck, but he's still waiting on a couple shipments. I'm gonna take this deal for this GMT 400 for the main reason to be for flipping the truck, because it's clean, it's a down south truck, 66,000 original miles on this GMT 400. We're gonna take this deal all day, every day. But
So we
kinda
snagged that
wiggled him in to
GMT
give me the trailer
400 for about
and this frame off
$1,000,
truck,
and we
this is gonna
also
be
are
our
expecting our trailer
project
and our
landscaping
new
truck, because
frame
this
off
will be
truck.
perfect
Now this frame off
for
truck is a
everything
2500
that isn't what we're doing
HD. I
right
think it's
now
an
with the
04.
contracts with the rec leagues and things
It
of
could
that
be an
nature.
05, I don't know.
So
But we're
let's
gonna
go give
get
him
this
his
home, then
$1,000
we're gonna figure out how we're gonna get
and
this
get up
GMT
out of here.
400 onto that same trailer. But let's go pay him.
Now that we got the trailer all hooked up, we're gonna head back to the house and prepare for the snowstorm. I might try to come back out to come grab that truck, but if we don't have the space, he's not worried about it because we can always come grab it after the storm. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have space, but it's gonna be a tight fit because I got the dump trailer, the dump truck and the dump trailer in there all hooked up. So let's angle this right to where we can fit that in there and call it a day. Squeeze right past that. Now we should be able to roll, hold on, let me grab this. We should be able to roll this truck off the trailer because we're gonna need something to carry around our skid steer. So let's see if we can roll this back off the truck and the trailer. Now that that's been rolled off, we can drive out of here pretty easy, and we may, you know what? That mower's getting sold. Now that we offloaded the truck, I believe we can go grab the GMT 400 and store it probably right here for now. And then we'll tackle this snowstorm. So let's head back over there and grab our truck. Okay, we're just pulling into the shop. The snow is starting to come down. It's not sticking, but it's starting to come down. So we need to head back home, make it home quick, and prepare for this snowstorm because we're gonna have a long, long day when the snow comes. Now, we ended up moving out the dump trailer because I wouldn't be able to get this truck to fit inside with it in there. So we should be good now. We should be able to get it inside there, roll it off the trailer because this does not have a winch, and call it a day. Now that the truck's in there, we can load up our skid steer and wait for the snow to stick down so we can be prepared for everything and to tackle this snowstorm. As promised, here is the recap of the whole entire episode. If you enjoyed the episode, please make sure to like, share, comment. Let me know what you would like to see, and it is HBG, and I am out.